Hi everyone, Manoj here once again from Market Ideas of Profit. And what you see on your screen is silver. It's all over the internet. The news on silver is so very heavy that we're all drawn to this particular chart and we're amazed at what the chart is doing. But even in this amazement, I'm going to try and show you how silver is actually reacting to technical analysis and we can actually predict the moves. Isn't it interesting? Because if you can predict a move of such magnitude, it makes it so very interesting to be able to, see how this particular chart is going to move. Now, if you can predict these kind of moves, probably you can make a lot of money. It's not easy, by the way. Predicting moves and taking them and going through the emotions of trading in such volatile markets is absolutely two different things. But then let's at least admire what technical analysis can help you with. So what you're seeing here is a daily chart of silver, and what I'm trying to show you here is how silver has predictably moved in the way it has on this chart. Now, if you see there's been a move of a very volatile move in the last. This is the daily chart. So in the last 4 days, silver has done from 3,30,000 to 4,23,000 in a matter of 4 days. That's the massive about 1 lakh rupee move, and that's close to about 30% of a move in this chart in a particular 4 day period. Now let's analyze what happened here. So how we could have predicted that the silver retracement will come right to this line? It's a very simple way to check that. Now what I've done is I've divided this move, which was from this swing low to this swing high, and I've used my GAN box to divide this move into four quadrants. What are these four quadrants? 25%, 50%, 75%, and the ultimate 100%. Now, if you see, silver moved up right here, and it retraced back to come down. How much? By exactly 50%. And it has moved back up, took support at 50%, and see how beautifully it has retraced back towards going higher. Now, not going to say that this is going to be exactly the way, you know, how it's going to react now is something that we can discuss later. But let us look at the moves in the earlier period also. Okay. So let us break this down into smaller parts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chart to a lower time frame and show you how the theory of 50% works so beautifully. So I've broken this chart, I've broken the time frame, I've gone lower. Now, if you see how beautifully the chart moves, in this case, if you consider this as a swing high and a swing low, so I would consider this as a swing high and a swing low, right? See exactly at the 50% level is where we find support. How beautifully at 50% level, the price went up, right? The price went up all the way, came down all the way, and see how beautifully it has taken flight again from that 50% level, right? How beautifully it has done that. Now, again, let's divide this again, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this particular swing, or maybe let's take this particular swing high and this particular swing low. Now here, what has happened is, where is the 50%? The 50% is here. In fact, little higher, right? This is where the 50% is. But again, see how beautifully 50% level, the prices have taken one support, multiple supports, again it took support, again it took support, and zoom it went, right? How beautifully this has gone. So these are beautiful illustrations how silver is reacting at the 50% level and moving higher. Now, there's one more way to predict how much is going to be the move by just trying to get to know what is the swing high. So if I were to say that I've seen this swing high, right? And now, once I know that this is a swing high, I actually can go ahead and move my tool to this point, and I can actually predict that the next move in silver would have been to this point. By just understanding this swing low and this swing high, if the prices came down and went up again, and if it cleared the 50% level and started to move higher, my next target was 50% higher from where I was. The beautiful way to predict how the 50% rule can help you find targets, right? Let's look at another swing high. Let's look at this one. This is a swing high and this is a swing low. Where can I draw it? Okay, I can use this, right? I can use this. Now, what has happened here is that the prices have gone higher. You see the prices have gone higher. They've come down here, taken support at the 50% level, but then that is because I'm seeing this as the level, and that is the reason I'm seeing 50% level. But actually, what the price has done, that it has taken, this time it has taken support at the 25% level, right? If you see, this is the 25% level. So the prices went up, they came down, and they took support at the 25% level and decided to rock ahead and go higher. How beautiful. Now, again, let's look at this chart again. Again on the 4-hour chart, right? What are we going to do? We're going to take this swing high. We're going to take this swing low and see the magic. Do you see the 50% level? And do you see the bounce that you're getting from this 50% level here? How beautiful, right? Let's look at it one more time. So now what do we have? We have this level here now, right? This is the swing high and this is the swing low. I'm not taking the tool. I'm going to take the tool. This is the swing high and this is the swing low, right? What are we seeing here? What are we seeing here? If you break it down, the first time the prices went up, they came down and they took support at the 50% level and went higher. We can see this on a smaller time frame. Let's take 1 hour, for instance. And what are you seeing here? This move is what I drew. Swing low, swing high, came down, 50% of this move from here to there, and the prices went up and went higher, not right up to the top here, but this is what you see, isn't it? And in the ultimate analysis, we are already seeing here that the 50% of this move on the daily chart is where we've seen the prices reverse in today's trade. So I'm going to remove all the lines. In fact, we're already seeing here. So I'm sorry, my chart is lagging because there are a lot of tabs open. So I'm going to use this tool and I'm going to draw it for you, going up all the way here, coming down all the way here, and now beginning to move up. Right? Can you see this? So beautifully done. I'm going to do this in yellow. So this is back to 50%. Look at this beautiful move, and we are going higher by 50% again. How beautifully done. Isn't it beautiful, guys? So this 50% rule, the 50% fib rule works beautifully. The essential areas are the 25% area, the 50% area, and the 75% area. If the trend is very strong, it will go up and it will start taking support at the 25% level and go higher. The moment it starts taking support at 25% and it starts to go higher and goes back to its 100% level, that means the trend is very strong. If it retraces to 50%, the trend is strong, but not as strong as it did with the 50%. And the thumb rule is that if it goes below the 50% level, so let me take this tool and give you a little bit of an understanding. Now, today what happened was it went up. Today means this is the move that we have seen. It went up, it went down, and had it not stopped here and taken a reversal, had it gone lower, right? And then it would have taken a break back up to that 50%. Then there's a beautiful chance of the price going back and hitting the 0% level. I'm going to use this and color this into a red situation, into a red line. And if you see the red line, this is what generally happens. If the prices go below the 50% level, go back to 50% level to retest that level, and if they begin to fall again, there's a huge chance that they will come back to the 0% line. Just realizing this particular move, guys, can do a lot to your trading. Just try and go back to your tools, go back to your charts, do a little bit of back testing on what I've just shown you, and you will have answers as to how the prices have moved on different charts. Trust me, you will be amazed by the results. This is something that happens so often that you will be surprised how beautifully this rhythm is. You know, if the market follows this rhythm. This is what is we need to understand. The market follows a rhythm, and this is the rhythm that market follows generally for a lot of chart moves. Try backtesting it on a few of your charts or your favorite charts and see if this is working for you. If this is working for you, can you not use this to create some judgment call on where the price is going? Because if you can make a judgment call on where the price is going, that should help you in your trading to give you some bias in your mind as to where the price could be headed to, and that could result in some beautiful trade executions for you. Guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and do comment if you want me to cover more such topics. I've covered this topic before also, but it crops up so often, and I see that a lot of people are not paying attention to this way the charts move, and I want to bring it to your attention today. And silver is catching everybody's eyes right now. We should be looking at this to be able to understand what the price is doing. Okay, we can do one more thing. Let's not end the conversation here. Let's try and predict what silver can do from here. Okay, that should be a good exercise. So we are on the daily chart. Let us go back on the 1 hour chart and see what silver is doing and try to assess what silver could be doing here. So let us see what silver can be doing, right? So what I see here is first tracking that I will do is, this is my swing high and this is my swing low. And what do I see here? I see here that silver gone below the 50% loop. See, silver went below the 50% loop. It went below the 50% level today. On the 1 hour chart, I can see that. I'm so sorry. My tools are misbehaving. But let me mark this, okay? So this is the 50% fib level, and we're seeing that the silver chart reacted beautifully. It went back up again. It has come back down again. Now this is a crucial level. If silver decides to stay below this 50%, I'm very, very hopeful that we will be able to see a move down back to this level. This is what I think can happen. I'm so sorry. This is something that I think can happen, right? So I will just remove this tool and I will just try to give you another tool. So what has happened here is silver went down and now silver's can do this. If you see some kind of a resistance here and silver starts to fall, this could be something that you can aim your trade for. On the other hand, if silver decides to go up, it will take some support back to this line or maybe somewhere above this line and start to retrace back up, and then this could be your target for the coming period. Does this make trading so much more simpler if you can just pinpoint where the trades are leading to? Now, this is a 1 hour chart, right? So I'm looking at a short-term scenario. I'm going to convert this into a blue line. This is how I see silver, two trajectories, one to the top, one to the bottom. We are at a very crucial point right now. A very crucial point. If you see, we're at the 50% level. And this is a crucial. The moment we move, show some reaction, that should give you a clue of what the price can do from here. Difficult to gauge, guys? Not difficult at all. Don't require any technical skills. Very simply done. Very simply done. This is no technical knowledge required. Very simple. 50% rule. Very, very simple. Just try it on your few charts and you will realize how beautifully this works. We'll come back and discuss this again once we see how this move happens. Great. That's it for this video, guys. I hope I offered you some insight into how the markets move, and you can do some backtest and judge for yourself whether this can work for you. Thanks a lot.